Hey, you're listening to
Off Air
on
WCPR. Castle.
We messed it up already.
Off Air. Off Center's own radio show on WCPR. Castle Point Radio.
Stephen's own radio station. Well, that was pretty bad.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, I'm your co-host, Jacob.
And I'm your co-host, Alex.
And yeah, we're just here doing what we always do. We almost thought we weren't going to make it this week.
Yeah, we're over at a...
New York City.
Yeah.
For the Chicago Improv Tournament.
Yeah, and we, Jacob just, of course, assumed that we were going to win. When what happens when you win is you go on to the next round, and that would have been now.
Yeah, but we certainly did not do that.
Yep.
We're here now because we lost the first round.
And we did it for you, listeners.
Yeah. We actually conspired to throw the match. So we would.
And we got Jeff in on it too. He was there.
Yo.
Oh yeah. We're joined with beloved guest Jeffrey Corson.
That's me.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for being here, Jeff.
It's a pleasure to be here.
As always, we are sponsored by the great company Soap Inc.
Of course.
And this week we're gonna be talking about their paper towels.
My favorite, personally.
And actually, Jeff here is the Q&A, and their Soap Ink paper towels are one of the products that he's been working with most recently. Isn't that correct, Jeff?
Yeah, we've been working on it for, I want to say the past trimester, past the 3 trimesters. I've been working on the paper towels, Soap Ink. Yeah.
Trimesters. That's just 3 months. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Because it's trace and then mensis, 3 months Latin. I love Latin, listeners.
Yeah, you and your Latin.
Yeah.
I thought it was a third of the year, though.
Yeah, so 4 months. I thought
No.
trimesters.
No, a semester is 6 months.
Yeah, so a semester is
Well,
1
yeah,
half
a
of the year.
semester is a 6 month, but that's because...
So a trimester is 3 months.
No, because...
So that's what...
Sem is semi, half, tri
Yeah.
1/3.
Because... No. You see, because a semester is not out of the entire year, but a trimester is out of the entire year. When it comes to the difference between school and work, I assume. I don't actually know
think
this
we're
stuff.
going to figure it out.
Although women are pregnant, they're in their
Third trimester.
From 6
So-
to 9 months.
Yeah,
which would
so
be
it's 3 months. Thank you.
But that's semantics.
It is. Oh, yeah. Well, let's talk about the actual product. I guess we should describe the product as if you didn't already know. Paper towels, super absorbent. Like, the other brands, they always claim, like, oh, yeah, we're, like, the most absorbent. Like, they don't even come close.
Yeah, no, you take one
sheet.
one typical sheet. It's the same size as, all the other sheets.
1 by 1.
Yep, and you drop it down into maybe a
lake.
liter of water, and you pull it up, and whoop, it's all dry. I mean, you'll have a few little droplets that you'll need to, just because they always fall off, or you know how that works.
Not even Soap Ink can get every molecule.
On the first swipe.
On the first swipe, yeah.
On the second,
though,
clean
yeah.
as a whistle.
There will be no remaining particles that are not the surface you're cleaning. So be wary of using it on your skin, because it will take away any oils, any hair that isn't your skin.
And it will pull some of the water out of your skin.
Oh, absolutely. You will get extremely dehydrated in the local area. So please
Wear gloves.
wear gloves. Do not make physical contact with these paper towels. They're high quality, extremely absorbent, but do not touch them.
We're working on trying to fix that, though. We do.
What's there to fix? You just use the proper safety precautions. And
Yeah, well, a lot of our longtime customers were not prepared for the big change to it absorbing everything.
Yeah.
I can understand. So what you're saying is you want to launch maybe an additional product, something that's maybe half as absorbent that customers could use as an in-between before they move on to the superior product?
Yeah, something that would like very adequately do like half a liter, obviously, but then not burn away your skin almost or make you feel like a raisin. That's a quote from obviously a complaint. Yeah.
If someone's complaining about soap ink, that means there's something very wrong.
Yeah, that's
Or
utterly
they're just
ridiculous.
they're very wrong.
Yeah.
Which is probably the more likely one, you know?
Yeah, they were probably just completely misusing the product. Some people are just, they're crazy like that.
Not the brightest, you know?
Yeah,
Not
I
the
mean-
driest towel in the roll, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, everybody knows that whenever you get your new soap and ink product, you have to fully read the 2 to 3 pages of instructions on proper use.
Or, listen to our PSAs. We do them every week.
Yeah,
we
and
just want to make sure you're safe and using the product correctly.
And that you know about all the fantastic products that are available.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, yeah. Let's
Jeff,
talk about development. Or, no, that Q&A. Quality. Let's talk about the quality.
Q&A.
Q&A. Quality and assurance. Quality assurance and quality and assurance.
Okay, yeah.
so
QA
Jeff,
and
you want to...
Q&A.
Yeah, just tell us a little bit about what you normally do and what you've
what
been
are
doing
the
recently.
tests you go through to test these products?
Well, so recently, it's a very different test, obviously, for
Of
each
course,
thing.
yeah.
I'm hoping to move up to the soap itself at some point. That's
Oh,
obviously,
you personally?
Yeah.
Okay.
Obviously, that's the dream goal is to one day get to work with the soap.
Isn't it? You're
Yeah.
telling me.
But right now, so it's just I want to measure. I really want to measure the maximum capacity that
Oh,
you
yeah.
can get per sheet.
And you're trying to
Of course.
maximize it, right?
Yeah, that's the most important
Yeah,
part.
of course.
There have been obviously the jokes of like, well, if you just make the sheet twice as big, then you can store twice as much liquid.
But
But this
that's
is a
not
real
how
science.
surface area works.
Yeah, it's real science. So we're trying our best to really just optimize the experience for the customer because they should only need to buy the ultimate goal is that they only need to buy one roll for the rest of their life.
Oh, that is like so convenient. That's so cost effective.
Exactly.
I didn't even think of that. I was assuming I'd be going through a roll every week just because I'm using it so much, but one for the rest of my life.
Yeah,
That's perfect.
And that would be so convenient anytime you're traveling or doing anything like that. You only need to bring just that little piece with you for the week or however long you need it for. You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
just cut off a little square.
we want to eventually move on to wallet-sized, like to for that exact reason, have wallet-sized paper towels so you can bring them with you. You just kind of put them. If there's a leak, you can put them there. Permanently going to deal with that issue.
That's smart thinking, wallet sized. That's the kind of ingenuity I expect from Soap Inc.
Yeah, they're really an amazing brand.
Excuse me, I've been dealing with this cough for like 3 weeks now.
So, is there anything you can tell us about how you go through that the testing process, and also, Jeff, do you ever use any of the, or do you ever test any of the competing products, or do you only test Soap Inc. products?
I'm gonna have to obviously say that this is specifically for work reasons. When I test other ones, I would never use another product.
Well, of course.
Obviously.
You didn't have to say that.
Yeah, I just like to make sure that everybody's
course.
on the same page. I've obviously had to try the competitors to see what they're doing wrong because they're doing everything wrong.
You don't have that goes without saying.
Yes.
They're not Soap Inc., so of course they're gonna be doing it wrong.
Exactly. So for me personally, I think that the most important part is not necessarily the absorbency, but the feeling that you get while holding it that's really absorbed. Because people don't really like the feeling of a wet paper towel.
No, of course
Um,
not.
Yeah, and there's also a couple of other things to consider. I don't know all of what you're testing, but maybe the speed of absorption and stuff like that. But so tell us a little bit about that feel. You're just getting into it. Sorry, I interrupted.
Yeah, so it's like if you ever held it's we don't want it to get so soaked that it starts to feel like you're holding like cooked rice or something.
Mm-hmm.
We want it to maintain the feeling of being a dry paper towel while it is loaded up.
Ah.
But with that comes again a fear that you won't be able to reuse paper towels. Because while we do have towels, obviously, that are not paper towels and are meant to be reused, for our more thrifty purchasers, paper towels like this can actually be used multiple times if you have proper cleaning techniques. That'd be like the second page, the bottom left corner in that nice square.
Of the warnings.
Yeah, for reuse and recycling.
Oh.
In fact, man, I don't know what I was even trying to say. Just
That's all right.
Um,
We don't either.
Yeah, obviously. That goes without saying.
Thank you.
But yeah, so that's really what my goal is. I don't obviously. I just test it a bunch. I'm not one of the scientists that goes into it. I just tell them what's wrong. And I kind of specialize in that specific area.
Of course.
But yeah, that's what I do. I love it. Best job of my life.
Can we ask how you got into the Q&A and QA?
Before that,
sorry.
I did have one quick question. So you're talking about the feel of the paper towel. Now, of course, normally people using these paper towels will have to wear gloves.
The extra strength ones.
The
absorbent.
extra strength.
Yeah.
So are you talking about after you've already absorbed the liquid, you just people that just want to hold the paper towel and just feel what it's like?
Well, that's again the issue goes wide with that. With we're trying to have it's that it doesn't burn you to hold.
Oh, right.
And then the issue of after it is obviously soaked up all of the liquid, it's not danger to yourself.
Of course.
So you can remove the gloves because you don't need a second pair of soap ink gloves, right? You don't want to throw those away.
Absolutely not.
So you take those gloves off to keep them nice and safe, let them dry out, and then you can carry the towel to the trash can if you are one of the people that does throw away the towels. But that short time period is really critical.
Or to carry it to wherever you're storing it if you are keeping it.
Yeah, to one of the drying racks if you're cleaning it out. That short time period is a big turnoff for people who don't like that exact feel I'm talking about. Because I myself am one of those people.
Oh, it's a personal motivation
Yeah.
almost.
Yeah, so that's also to answer the question. That's what got me into it. My father was paper towel QA tester.
Oh,
also.
so you got in through family reasons.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know what made me stay. I don't know if I like it because I love it, or if the fact that it was family business made me love it. But I am here to stay, and that's the best part.
That's good to hear. It's always just a wonderful thing when you meet somebody and you get to talk to somebody who just loves their job, just like we do. You know what I mean,
we
Jacob?
love hosting, co-hosting, and co-hosting this show.
Oh yeah, it's one of my
It's
favorite
the highlight
parts
of my week.
of every day that I host.
Yeah, there you go. Nice catch. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I would host every day if I could. That's sort of
CPR
what,
doesn't let you have more than one show a week.
That's just what I was letting slip out there, Jacob.
Oh, yeah. But
you had a question.
Oh,
Yeah,
it was
Alex,
it was like how you got into it, but that came up already.
Oh yeah,
You brought it back.
quality and assured.
Very. Do you want to?
Do you have anything you want to talk about, Jeff?
Oh yeah, like any other projects you're working on or assuring and qualifying.
Maybe what's coming up in the future?
So
Make sure it's like not something you can't disclose.
obviously, but one thing that I guess we got the commercial got approved, so I don't really think there's a problem with saying it. If I don't ever come back, that means there might have been a problem with it. But we're trying to work on again the wallet-sized towels, but
Yeah.
we're also trying to make purse-sized towels because obviously, if you're gonna have one, you might as well have the other one.
Yeah. Cover the whole market.
Yeah, and that's basically gonna be like a tissue box. I think the idea is a tissue box.
Oh, it's like a small dispenser.
yeah, so you can carry around your own dispensable.
Oh, not like the
Sectional.
large tissue boxes, like the little packets.
Yes.
Oh,
exactly.
yeah, okay. I
Keep in
think
your
we all
purse.
know what you mean.
Yeah, so you can then clean on the go if you're a woman or if you have a purse for some other reason.
If you're anyone with a purse.
Yeah, if you have a purse, you can have.
Or if you
Isn't it?
just want a portable sized paper towel.
Yeah, that's something
dispenser.
you could still throw that in your pocket. You could throw it in a backpack, which is
Like
a great
the
thing.
vacation thing we were talking about. If you're
Mhm.
expecting to make a lot of messes, of course, but
Yeah.
Or if you just want to be on the safe side.
of course, yeah, because soap ink product users very conscientious about how and where and when they use products, and they just always want to be prepared.
Yeah, because you just never know when something unexpected might happen, and you might just accidentally make a big mess. And you got to be able to clean it up because
Can't
Well,
leave messes.
oh
no.
you can't leave a mess. Just
Yeah.
completely unacceptable.
Yeah, so that's what I'm working on. And then the big other issue is people that try to use this to clean up just to dry up water as like a attack, because obviously that's an inherent issue with something as powerful as this is. Protecting the Great Lakes is actually surprisingly a serious issue that we now have to address because we have things of this caliber.
Yeah. If these are being mass produced, these could be used for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, so that's a big threat, but that's not my jurisdiction to
No.
disclose.
But I think that if it was used correctly, I think it could be just a fantastic thing because you could actually use those to just as a way to move water from one place to another if you can't easily pick it up. You know what I mean?
that's actually a very good point. Yes.
Like if you
I'll
have
remember
a
that, actually.
pond, right? You'd have to dredge it. But like, is that something you could do with these towels?
I mean, depending on the scale of the pond, you could probably get any pond, any large pond, anything smaller than actually being qualified as a lake, with one roll. So yeah, if you needed to move it around, yeah, you could just dip the whole roll in there, give it 5
Minute.
hours. No,
minute.
unfortunately,
Oh.
well,
Yeah, it takes.
I guess when they get the rapid absorption.
yeah, if
it'll
you
be a
unrolled
minute.
all of it over the ocean, it would take a minute, 2 tops. But if you do want to put it in as the whole thing, then it'll slowly sleep in.
Oh, okay.
Process does
It's got to
take-
get all the layers.
Yeah.
I understand.
We extrapolated 5 hours because, again,
Yeah, who wants to actually absorb a lake? But
Yeah.
you can if you want to.
yeah, obviously.
Oh, how does squeezing the contents out of the paper towel work? Because if you're fitting a whole lake on the roll, you got to be able to remove the water, you know?
Yeah, so that's for the super absorbent one. That's
Can that be done with bare hands? Or not? You know what I mean? Just like with hand labor, without tools. Machine.
you could do it with. You could get some of it. It's very absorbent, obviously.
Yeah.
Basically, essentially, if you're squeezing it, you're trying to deal with the same issue with the little droplets that are left on the bottom. that just want to stay there. You're trying to create more of those. Obviously, you have to wear gloves because if you move the water, it's going to try and absorb something again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't want that.
Yeah, and it might get some skin if you try that without precautions. But for the less absorbent ones, yeah, you could probably dry it entirely clean if you had like a heater, maybe like 80 Fahrenheit.
Oh, so like evaporate the rest?
Yeah, and it would evaporate pretty well.
Okay. So that's another way to reuse them. Just
Yeah.
dry them off?
Yeah, that's the method.
You want to talk about our mandated not soap ink things?
Sure. We could get into
We can
some
always
of that
come
now.
back, you know?
Yeah.
I guess we could plug the upcoming show. So next Friday and Saturday, that's the 18th and 19th, 9 p.m. and 8 p.m. respectively in Burchard 118. We're going to have a sketch show.
Thermos of hot soup, thermos of cold soup.
It was quite an issue getting that name approved at first, but we fought for it long and hard.
By we, he means me and Bill, who was with us last time.
I was on board though. I was getting into it.
I was
You were
fighting for it.
It was your brainchild,
Well, it was Bill's brainchild, but
and then you latched on.
yeah.
But yeah, come see it. It's a free sketch comedy show. There's gonna be free food, free drinks. If I get my way, free soup.
Free soup, good. That's what was my.
I
question.
would love that.
Hot
you
or
know?
cold? What's your preference?
I'm team hot soup at the moment.
Ooh.
I might be swayed otherwise. I actually had some hot soup before this show.
I actually have to be team cold soup because I was the contributor. I brought cold soup into the name.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have like soup every day up until the show, just as a way to respect it, you know,
Advertising.
to myself. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I know. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be in it. Alex is gonna be in it, and Jeff's gonna be in it.
And some other people too. You don't need to hear about them.
Yeah. Some first timers actually.
Yeah.
I don't know if Aiden's a first timer.
But it's gonna be a
so.
And
fantastic
also
show.
Simus.
We're gonna have
Yeah.
some fun.
Good fun.
And if you guys want to share some of that fun, come on down.
And if you want to help film the videos tomorrow, please.
Open source
Please,
request for help.
we need help.
Yeah, and so just email Jacob. I'm gonna assume if you're volunteering, you have his email.
Yeah.
Jacob@gmail.com.
No, jacobsus7@gmail.com.
Oh.
Don't use that for anything.
You shouldn't have said that on air.
Whatever. Now you can email me if you want. Or I could be lying.
It's probably sus8.
Yeah, maybe. Soup show. We plug the show. Oh, go see Rumors at 8 p.m. if you haven't seen it already. Go support SDS.
We'll be there.
Yeah. Alex and I, not Jeff. Jeff already saw it.
It was good.
Jeff could go again. Jeff, you want to go again?
I'll think about it.
You liked it the first time.
I did like it the first time. And it will be the last showing of Rumors.
So it'll be the best one.
It'll be the best one.
Sure, that's how it works.
Yeah, because they have more time to practice. They're more used to it.
Nah, because they already had one
Everything's
today.
smoothed
Now
out.
they're just tired and they're like, we just have to do
They
it
also
again.
they have the steam going. They got the momentum going. Come on, we're engineers. We know this.
I'm not an engineer. Nor is
I'm not an
Alex.
engineer.
So
So I was thinking
Jeff,
about
And
work
you're
again.
not.
I was thinking about
you're
work
not an
again.
engineer.
no, Jeff's a chemical engineer. I guess we should have said that in the intro. Oh yeah. Okay, so Jeff's a junior and a chemical engineer and a member of Off Center.
Yo.
There, yeah.
And you got into
Now Jeff's
you got
properly
into QA
introduced.
from chemical engineering.
Yeah, it was a weird
Alright.
transition, obviously. But yeah, I was interested in the chemical reactions that occurred, but I found out that engineering wasn't really the forte that would use my skills most effectively at Soap Inc.
That makes sense.
And obviously, I wouldn't look for work outside of Soap Inc.
Of course.
So I transitioned over to QA, where my talents are more appreciated.
That's good to hear.
That's
I'm
a
glad
wonderful story.
Your talents are going to the right places, and everyone's getting what they want.
Yeah.
And Soap Inc. is using its resources more effectively, and they can improve themselves.
Yeah. 'Cause my dad didn't want me. Again, my dad was in QA. My dad didn't want me to be following the family business, but that just made me want
really?
it more.
That sounds odd for a father to dissuade their son from not going into the same
Yeah.
field.
Do you know why that is?
Did
Did he not enjoy it?
He would never say he didn't enjoy it. Obviously
Yeah,
not.
because that's illegal.
Yeah. He enjoyed it. I guess he just wanted diversity in the family. I don't know. It just
He wanted you to go to a different field of Soap Inc.
to see different areas, expand my horizons.
All right.
Maybe travel west. I would never want to do that though, but he always wanted to travel west.
Huh.
Just cause
Yeah, and he liked the other side of the
different scenery.
country. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of forests out there.
Yeah,
Some nice
we
sights
don't-
to see.
You kind of want to avoid the forests, though. You know.
Like so far west that there aren't any forests.
Oh. Like
Oh,
the other ocean.
okay, okay, good. That's good to hear.
Yeah.
I was a little worried there for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, no, obviously I didn't go.
Okay, you're still here. All right.
Yeah. I
Just
think my
making
dad
sure.
Made it. I think my dad made it west though. He finally retired.
Oh, he retired west.
4 years ago, about. Yeah.
And have you heard from him? Since
Yeah. Has he
then,
been
Jeff?
like updating you about
He wanted
his
to-
whereabouts?
He wanted to hike it. So.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh yeah, no, he's not coming back.
No,
Jeff.
Hey, you don't know my dad.
I
We
think I
don't.
do.
Yeah, but you gave a pretty clear picture of
I
what
think
your dad
you
is.
don't know your dad, Jeff.
I have faith.
We don't.
Well, I
Should we be the ones to break it to him?
I
No,
think we have to.
We already held a funeral 3 years ago after the year that my dad didn't respond, but I'm still holding out hope.
No, Jeff, he's not dead, but he's not coming back.
Well,
Jeff.
yeah, no, I expect him not to.
Jeff, your father is part of the filth. There's no nice way to say it.
He's rejected Soap Inc. and all of its ideals.
He's living in the filthy forest
Using
with
filthy
No, I believe he's coming
knockoff
back.
products.
I believe he's gonna come back.
If he comes back, the only reason will be to
sabotage.
try and convince you and deceive
Yeah.
you with his silver tongue and drag you into the forest with him.
He wouldn't do that.
I'm surprised you aren't already a dissenter, because usually parents like
Brainwash
instill
their
their
kids, yeah.
children with the ideals that Soap Inc. is dangerous. It's gonna be an empire, and that's
And that its products are somehow a negative thing,
Yeah,
just
right?
to people and society.
they just can't see the benefits. don't understand. That makes them angry, and then they turn away.
Yeah, and usually they just keep repeating these things, and they show all of these horrible lies to their children until they believe them, and they just brainwash these poor innocent kids, and it's just completely unacceptable.
That's terrible.
But you weren't brainwashed, so that probably means your father, somewhere along your childhood or growing up, turned away for some reason.
Or he just, or wait. So are you saying that
he like at some point he realized
so he
was
wasn't
going to be a dissenter.
Yeah, he wasn't a dissenter initially. Yeah, I think that makes the most sense. Either that.
I will refuse to accept that he's a dissenter.
I know it's hard to accept.
Possible.
We have friends that are dissenters. Chris, he was on the show.
And it was terrible.
It was,
but he did get what's coming to him.
Yeah, he's
in
safely
prison now. Yep.
He can't get to anyone else.
They're trying to rehabilitate him and
it seems
to
like
teach
a
him the
lost
ways,
cause,
but I don't think it will be possible. But
although Soap Inc. is very persuasive in their ways of getting people to come back, use their products again.
Hopefully they can clean the filthy ideas from his mind.
We can only hope. But your dad, I'm like really sorry to say, he's filth.
Yeah, like there's a chance we're wrong. Maybe he just died out there.
There's a chance he's still alive. I will.
Oh no, it's very likely he's still alive.
Yeah, that's what we're saying.
And not filth.
Okay, that's incredibly unlikely, but technically possible. I will grant you that.
I will acknowledge that there was a potential, that there was a chance that he became what you say he became.
When he left, did you notice his frequency of washing his hands, showering, mouth washing, anything of cleaning relatedness?
And did you notice in particular which types of products he was choosing to use before he went?
Well, we didn't like wash a lot of things. And that's, again, my department. Working with paper towels at the house. I had to do that though.
You wiped everything down.
We left paper towels everywhere. We would leave the shower running with paper towels on there to check how long it would work.
But you yourself didn't use them?
The paper towels, I use paper towels.
The shower. It's mandated everyone takes at least one shower a day, yeah?
Yeah, but obviously, again, since we were testing in that, we didn't take showers in the house. We took showers on company property.
Okay,
But my father,
including
what
your
you're saying
father?
is you didn't know how frequently your father was taking them because you weren't with him
and my father
at the
retired,
time he was showering.
obviously.
It
No,
seems
my
like your
father-
story isn't adding up. Why would you test the products at your house and not the company showers?
Are you sure that your father was actually running tests then, and that it wasn't just some excuse?
I'm trying to work it out. No, I tested at my house because there wasn't enough space on facilities to test it, and obviously,
But there was space
only
for you to take showers.
it's only a mild inconvenience to myself if I put the towels in my house. But if we
Plus,
use
Soap Inc. always provides enough resources for all of its workers. Right, Jacob?
Yeah, this
These towels are pretty
is
strong.
seeming really sketchy right
these
now.
towels are really strong.
Of course they're really strong. But that doesn't change anything about this story.
It's a hazard, personally. Again, quality show.
Yeah, it's a hazard to
Calling
use-
a product a hazard is a little over the line.
It's a hazard to use them incorrectly outside of the environment where they're supposed to be tested when it hasn't been tested yet. That's the hazard.
Yeah.
We're using it inside all of the qualified areas.
Like your house's shower.
We're using it inside all of the qualified areas, and also because of the fact that I am so committed to this, and I do want to move up to the soap eventually. I'm going above and beyond by trying it at my own house.
It sounds like what you're doing is taking untested products, removing them from the testing environment, and using them for your own personal use.
They were tested.
Did you notice your father trying to replicate them at all?
I didn't notice very much. After he retired, he retired a year before he traveled west.
Mm-hmm.
I can't really say what he did because we didn't drive to work.
So you weren't monitoring his activity?
No, because he never presented himself in a way where I feel like I would need to monitor his behavior.
That's exactly the kind of behavior the filth demonstrate. They're sneaky, they're conniving, they're manipulative. They're gonna try and make knockoff brands so they don't have to use soap ink. Don't you see, Jeff?
I see that. I see that. I see all of the potential, but I'm going to stand with my father.
You can stand with him in the courtroom when it comes to that, Jeff.
If
You better hope and pray that no one finds your father, because he's committed serious felony right now, from what we're understanding.
this is all hearsay.
Now, personally, yes, we don't know this all for a fact.
don't.
I'm going to choose to believe that your father simply passed away in the wilderness, perhaps killed by the very dissenters that he may have joined with.
He would die protecting soap.
Yeah, and he may have done so. I'm going to choose to believe that because we don't know what happened. I'm going to choose to believe he's merely dead.
Thank you.
But if he is in fact alive, Jeff, I think you'll have to face the fact that your father is not part of this society and he refuses the very soap ideals of everyone around you.
I don't know what to say to that. I've offered all of my opinion. I've said I will stand with him.
You can believe whatever you'd like, Jeff. But
And I know this is very hard for you and that it's just a difficult thing to accept. Now, when we found out about Chris, because we had known him for a long
while,
time,
yeah.
it was just heartbreaking. And I didn't want to accept that either, but eventually I was forced to accept the fact that he was just, if we kept him around and if nothing was done, he would just try and poison us with these evil ideas
Start a revolution, maybe.
and just
That's-
do horrible things to just no benefit to anybody. It's just hurting everyone around him. And
It's safer that he's locked up for himself and for everyone around him.
I agree. I do agree that dissenters obviously should be locked up for their own safety and for the safety of others.
Yeah. I'm glad.
I would like to move on from my father, though, because I do not believe that those two should be related.
All right, we can drop it.
Thank you.
I just want you to realize.
I
No.
realize
All right.
the potential, Jacob.
so Jeff,
Feels-
let's talk about something else.
Thank you.
So how long has your family been in the business? Because you mentioned that you have a lack of diversity. Do you have other family members who are also in QA? What, for example,
any other branch.
What did your grandfather do?
My grandfather, he worked QA also. It really it started with my great grandfather. He was the first one to work QA.
So it's a long line.
Yeah. Before that, my
That strikes me even odder than that your dad wouldn't want you to continue.
It was so my great grandfather
Yeah.
was in QA,
Mhm.
and very much did not want my grandfather to my great grandfather to be QA. He wanted to follow in his family footsteps. My great grandfather decided that he would be his own man, move out, find his own path basically, and wound up in the QA business.
Mhm.
To which my grandfather was obviously born into and learned just by happenstance. He didn't really know anything other than QA because my grandfather and great-great-grandfather didn't have a good relationship because they didn't see each other much because of the obvious separation.
Mm-hmm.
Then my father learned it, was forced to learn it by my grandfather because that was the only thing that he had known, and he assumed that way.
So he was resentful?
He was resentful for having to learn QA and having to do QA, so he didn't want me to have to do that. He gave me my own option and very much urged me to not do QA. So I didn't.
So it was really just that he wanted you to have that choice that he didn't, and he felt like because you chose QA, he felt like you were rejecting the choice, but that's just what you wanted to do.
Yeah. Well, he was. We didn't get along well for the first 2 years when I decided to do QA, but eventually he accepted that it was my own personal choice, and I wasn't trying to impress Daddy or anything. That I am my own man and I can make my own decisions.
I'm glad you did go into QA.
Although I am a little worried that may have been the
The
reason.
nail in the coffin. Yeah.
but let's not dwell on that.
No, yeah. We said we wouldn't.
And what about any of your other family members, Jeff?
My mom, I don't really know her.
Oh, that's a shame.
sorry.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I mean, obviously, it's been a while, so I'm kind of used to that reaction.
Yeah.
And I don't know. We don't really talk about it because there isn't much legacy with obviously because the legacy is very much on my father's side.
So you don't have any siblings or
yeah.
aunts or uncles?
I'm the only child.
Cousins? No?
My
So-
aunts and uncles, we don't really see each other very much.
So
To
you're-
actually know what they do. I know that they're doing well. They're all doing pretty well for themselves. We try to keep work out of, obviously, other than using only soap brand products when we do get together,
Mhm.
we try to keep work out of the discussion that we have.
Of course.
For the reason of we don't want to tussle any feathers.
No.
We just acknowledge that we all do work at soap, obviously.
And how clean do your relatives look when you see them, Jeff?
My relatives are very clean.
Sparkling?
Okay.
Again, sparkling.
Shining.
Yeah.
Okay.
A reason why I would not believe that my father, he would be the only one in my family that I know that joined the filth.
Mm-hmm.
So it sounds a lot like you don't know much of your maternal side's family history at all.
Oh, not at all. No, because when my father, when I was born, being the only child, my father married my mother, had me. Mom passed away.
And it is very much possible that some of her family members are dissenters.
It is possible that some of her family are dissenters. I guess I don't even know the last name.
He may have met
Think about it.
after the passing of your mother.
Could you like describe how your mother and father met?
My mother and father, he tells it differently every time. It was just
Jacob and I were just looking at each other,
see the look that you
listeners,
two gave each other.
because that's a very suspicious answer.
He romanticizes it a lot. My dad's a romantic. And I notice how I said "is" because he still is.
You had a funeral for him. You said you think he died.
We had a funeral purely based on we don't want to have to go through with the pain again if he did pass away, because he's the only real close family I had.
I see.
And it was my aunt's idea, my dad's sister. I'm sorry, I forgot what the question was.
How did they meet?
Oh, okay.
Was it like a high school thing, college, after,
He
just
said-
at work?
He said that I assume the first time he said it, it was the least true because he really wanted to make it seem unnice. So he said that they went out to dinner. Or he went out to dinner, saw the lady sitting by herself, and approached and tried to start up a conversation.
So they were both alone, and then they decided to have dinner together.
Yeah, but
Okay.
over time he started to make it sound like it was a speed dating thing. He never said that out loud because he didn't want me to think that he was that desperate.
You just inferred it.
Yeah, from like him letting things slip and about him having done speed dating before makes it seem like he probably wouldn't have just stopped unless he found somebody
Yes.
and was successful with it. But I believe, my personal belief is that is how they met, was through speed dating.
About how old were they? I don't know if you even know this.
My dad was, because I was born 2 years after they got married.
But they probably didn't get married right after they met.
True.
They could have.
Probably didn't, though.
If it was speed dating, probably not. Because my dad does mention everything, although everything, when you mention in speed dating time, sounds like it happens really fast. So it was 22 when they got married. Wait. Yeah.
So 20s is what you're
Yeah,
saying.
the 20s was when they
Early 20s.
probably, yeah.
So college age?
Yeah.
All right.
Really young, I guess. Younger than I am now.
Wow.
Uh,
Yeah, it's weird to think that, especially if you didn't know your mom.
yeah. But I guess they were committed, so
Yeah.
that's good.
Do you know what college they went to? I'm
Um,
assuming it was a soap ink based college, yeah?
Well, actually, my dad didn't. He went right into the business.
Ah.
Yeah, because obviously they knew.
Yeah. And like your grandfather.
Yeah.
So he didn't he couldn't even go to school while he was working.
No, because he might as well just spend that time.
He was just
learning-
full time.
learning
Okay.
QA.
Yeah, he already had the job.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it makes sense. If you already know what you want to do, you just stick with it.
Yeah.
It's a little inspiring.
Yeah. That was the whole part for me was obviously going, and then it's like they don't. Wow, I have somebody in the business. Why am I trying something out? Why am I not just being?
I think now is actually a good time to remind our listeners
Oh, yeah.
that You're listening to Off Air, Off Center's own radio show on WCPR, Castle Point Radio, on Steven's own radio station.
So close. That's not high five worthy.
That was not a high five motion. I was like,
I know. I'm saying to the listeners
okay.
because we usually high five when we
Yeah.
get it right, but we stumbled.
We were close though.
Closer than usual.
Sounded beautiful.
Thank you.
Talk about something else. Dude, we don't have to plug the show. We already. I guess we were talking about the CIT. We could talk about that some more. Our good friends at Danger Box did win the round. We lost.
I'm happy for them. I think they had a very good set.
I think they had
good
a better
reason
set than
that
we
they
did.
won. Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
They're like cool people.
Yeah. It was.
And apparently we were invited to do a show with them.
Yeah, I guess they invited us to go do something, which I mean.
Yeah, I'm
I
like
guess that-
super excited for
I guess
that.
that means they saw something in us, which is more than the judges could say.
Yeah, wait. I'm like kind of actually upset. One of the judges like said like all dudes, why no girls? Frowny face, but like that was not in our control.
Yeah, that
And,
wasn't something we decided. That was something that happened to us.
Yeah, like we had a girl on the team, Madeline, if you know her, but she like dropped it because of busyness.
Yeah.
So like we're not even sexist mostly.
Yeah. It's the judges who are sexist.
And like someone was like maybe they meant female characters, but like someone was a grandma.
Yeah.
So we had the diversity. But yeah, and I'm looking at the disco ball and CPR right now, and like that was our suggestion.
Not specifically the disco ball in WCPR.
No.
but just disco ball.
It was a disco ball above the stage in the Magnet Theater.
There was a disco ball.
Yeah, that's where they got it.
Oh, I
I
didn't
looked
even-
up. I'm like,
didn't
Wait,
know.
you didn't notice at the beginning how they had the lights that were going around like that? That's what that's how they did that with the disco ball.
No, I was on my phone like the whole time, bro.
during
like,
the set.
Up until
Oh.
the thing started. Up until like 2 p.m. stuff started.
Millennials these days, you know.
I like don't know how much you want to talk about it, but like I liked our set that we practiced much better than the one we put on.
I had fun doing both of them. So that's what really matters.
Yeah.
Regardless of whether or not it was a good set, I enjoyed doing it.
I
And quite
guess
frankly,
it boils down to like if you had fun, but
Yeah.
I think
You
that
could have
we
had
could.
more
I could.
fun
I
at
definitely
doing
could have
another
had more
set.
fun.
like when it's a competition, I feel like it doesn't matter who wins or loses if you have as long as you have fun.
I feel
if
like
it's a
I did
show,
not
then I feel bad.
have the highest quantity of fun.
Because you didn't win.
No, that's not why. It's just because the set wasn't that as fun as it could have been.
yeah,
I did have.
I've
my
had
Own,
better heralds.
I had my own thing with Bill, and I guess I don't remember the other ones, but you got
It was the disco ball sport, and then the back in my day.
yeah, and those were other people. Those were other people were the main ones, and it's like I can see that. Yeah, I've had sets where I wasn't actually. I was only a supporting character. So.
I think
Those lines.
everyone got a main thing. Yeah.
Nope.
Not
Fuck this.
you. I'm sorry.
Thanks, Jacob.
You are the least experienced, so I don't know what you expect.
Ooh, shots fired.
It's
I hate
true.
that statement. It's a stupid statement.
Jacob, least experienced doesn't mean least awesome.
That's
True.
true. I'm sorry for
But
saying that.
let's not name names.
Jacob.
Yeah, let's not. Yeah, I'm sorry. I messed it up for everyone. Like we said before, we threw it intentionally so we could come back and do this show.
Mm-hmm.
And we're here now.
Still.
Still, yeah.
At-
Ooh. No, Jeff, we're going to do it at the end.
There's
Okay.
specific times
Yeah, I know.
and places
Do
for
it
these
3
things,
times.
Jeff.
Beginning, middle, and end.
The middle being
Just like a story.
40 minutes in.
You know what, Jeff?
Listen,
Second
Jeff.
half shorter than the first half. I
Listen,
get it.
Jeff, we do it to fill airtime,
I get
okay?
it.
It's
Yeah.
a
No, we do it because
transition.
we're required to
We are
by
required to.
WCPR.
I'm assuring the
It's not
quality
actually a
of
contract,
this
though. It's
is
just
very
a
good.
verbal agreement.
Yeah, well, it's written down, but we verbally agreed. No, wait, I had to sign a contract.
Oh, I didn't.
Wait, no, but we jointly did it. But like, I did have to sign a contract when I was like filling out the form for the show to like
That you-
improve
that
it.
you'd say exactly that thing. Or like some variation of it.
No, that like I agree to the 13 rules of CPR or whatever. There are rules, and I think they're posted in this studio, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, like the rules, like the rule you broke about not saying no words.
Yes, I made a mistake.
It's Jacob's.
We've had to use
filthy
that
sailor.
oops button twice and only twice. It was at the very end. Okay.
Oh, you can't cuss?
No, but I'm guessing that's not
Oh,
a
yeah.
problem for you.
Oh yeah, that's not a problem for me now.
Since you don't know how.
I actually, you're saying that like it's a joke. I actually don't know how to make a curse sound useful.
Ah.
It just sounds silly if I do try. I've never tried, but like if I do like even form the like
You
just
just
say,
say
like,
like,
mouth, if I mouth it, I kind of feel like I'm gonna cough, and then wouldn't really have the impact.
You just say like, what the flip?
Yeah, oh yeah, no,
That's how you do it.
What the fudge? That's my go-to.
You just did it. Good job.
Yeah. Euphemize.
Euphemism has to do sexually.
No,
it
not
doesn't.
necessarily.
No, it doesn't.
Euphemism is.
No.
Nope.
Yes.
You're wrong.
Jeff,
Jacob,
do I have to
I'm gonna
look this up?
Yes, Jacob, you do.
I'm
'cause
looking
gonna
this
make
up,
eye
listeners.
contact with you. Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf? Fantastic story. Yeah, we're gonna have. So Alex.
Yeah.
While he's looking that up, why are you wrong about euphemism? Meaning something sexual.
All right, so it's a mild or indirect word or expression substituted for one considering to be too harsh or blunt when referring to something unpleasant or embarrassing.
Bam, pow, pow.
Not necessarily sexual
Gotcha,
in nature.
Jeff.
What
You
nowadays
fool.
is embarrassing other than something that's sexual?
Something that has to do
When
with
you
bathroom
goof up.
stuff.
When you goof up.
Yeah, bathroom stuff is the other thing you can't talk about. That says it in the rules of CPR.
You're trying to say it's
Which
not...
Chris and Matt did break on their season, so
No, let's talk about.
not like
I don't want to get into it because I feel like I'm accidentally gonna break
Yeah.
that rule. Because I
we
don't.
Then
are
just-
we're
then just
already
don't.
breaking it.
Oh, currently breaking the rule.
No,
Okay, good. Because I was just saying that's weird that we're just gonna do it.
no, we can talk about cursing. We just can't do it
Well,
unless it's after 12 p.m.
Which
Or
it
after
won't be
12
because
or
our...
after 12
After 12.
a.m. That's what I meant.
Which it won't be because our show is from 6 to 7 p.m.
Yeah,
That's
maybe if
it's so
I
unfortunate.
we could have like scheduled for a longer one, but I think an hour is enough. You know, you can only talk about soaping so much.
Only you can.
Not quite, Jacob.
Yeah, I know.
Jacob like doesn't stop talking about soaping.
We
like,
do
after,
talk about soaping outside
like
of
the
the
show.
show.
The show ends.
We don't
and then,
have to, but we do it anyway.
Yeah, and we like hang out for like a couple hours, and it's just like 80% talking about soaping.
kind of the
It's
reason I-
great.
Kind of why I avoid you too. I don't want to think about work outside of work too much.
I understand that. But real talk, like I'll make off-air references and then realize no one gets. I'm like, ah, dang it. Because then like
I
Dr.
know
Soap,
that.
am I right, guys? And then
And
like
because Jacob hangs out with a lot
like,
of
yeah,
filthy
some-
dissenters.
not dissenters. They're just like not big onto like the whole soap thing. They're not dissenters. They
They're
just
misguided.
like they're
I think it'll be-
misguided. They use the products, but they're not like fanatics like us.
Oh, you mean just the apathetic people?
Apathetic.
I just had
yeah,
a
that's a
brain
good
fart,
word.
Jacob.
Yeah.
I want you to know I was looking at you. I said words, and you weren't wearing headphones, and I was confused how you heard them.
Oh yeah, I'm not wearing headphones because
Oh yeah,
the
Jacob keeps eating his headphones.
no like there's headphones
Stop
here.
chewing on the wires.
Look, you can
sounds great.
hear these headphones, and they're on the mic, but they can't connect to anything.
Okay, fine. He's not eating the headphones. He's just
I'm not that hungry. I had my soap shake today.
yeah, no. But it's just like they always are disconnected, and then Jacob can't.
Yeah, I'm
can't
like
figure it out.
super upset.
He
I've
can't
just
even-
like learned to give it up.
Wow, you learned to give up. What an inspiring message.
That's right, kids.
From
Be
Jacob.
like me. You have anything else to talk about? Because we can end it if you'd like.
Maybe
We could
old
talk about-
products that you've worked with before.
Old product. Well, so I started with bottles, because
Soap bottles?
drink, like liquid. Yeah, so containers for like.
Oh,
soap
oh.
shake bottles.
Soap
Yeah.
shake bottles. Gotcha.
Before we got to this, I moved off the project because I thought we reached the perfect shape, but then obviously it changed a little bit.
Yeah.
Um,
You're always improving.
Yeah, the big,
That's
Yeah, plus, they need new shapes when they come out with different flavors.
yeah, the big 2014 shift was not me. I was the 2012, 2013 one.
not you in design, or you were out of that department by then.
I moved out of the department because I
Okay.
thought the 2012, 2013 lineup was like the perfect one.
Those are classic designs.
Thank you.
I
Um,
appreciate your work.
Thank you. Yeah, so I did that right before getting into paper towels. and then I've been working on that since. Before that, it was fun because I actually kind of worked with my dad, and
Oh, you work
Yeah.
together. That's cute.
I worked with it because I worked in it for 4 years. 2 of them was with him, and 2 of them was without.
How did your dad feel working with you? Because I know he like dissuaded you to not do it. You know,
He like
or
had
tried
like
to dissuade.
it basically became he would say a serious thing about it, and then I'd kind of joke and be like, haha, you can't make me not want to do it and not work with like hair shampoo. I don't know why I called it hair shampoo.
Oh, shampoo.
Very
We did.
specific.
We got to do that one. We didn't.
Yeah.
Thanks for reminding me. Maybe next week. Maybe not.
Yeah. So having worked in that department with him was fun because I got to see specifically why, and I kind of agree with I can understand not wanting your kid to do QA if you had to work in shampoo. I worked
yeah.
it 2 years after because I was pretty sure I had a breakthrough. Didn't though, unfortunately.
Oh.
Then I moved to the bottles, made what I assumed was perfection, and now I'm on paper towels, reaching for that again.
Yeah. That's all you can do in
Yeah.
Q&A QA.
Yes, Q&A QA. Slowly climbing my way up that corporate ladder though.
Yeah. I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, it sounds like you've done some good things, and hopefully you'll do some more, Jeff.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to your later works, and keep me updated on them.
I will do my best.
All right, so
Maybe we could even have you on again sometime.
probably not though.
Probably
Yeah,
not.
probably
but
not.
like, yeah.
Like maybe next year.
I don't think we're gonna be hosting next year. Don't wink at me, Alex.
Jacob, you don't control me.
You're right, I don't. You can wink at me if you want.
Only Soap Inc. controls me.
Same here.
Guys, it's kind of hot. I was gonna say. I'm telling the audience. Pretty intense
Jeff-
winking going on.
Jeff, stay out of this.
I'm just letting everyone know. I can't see him wink.
They know how steamy we are.
Also,
Okay.
Jacob just said that I winked.
Yeah, but no, like the intensity.
But
of the wink.
this is an outsider observing.
Yeah.
You know,
Yo, you gotta save that for him. It's too late. I already told everybody.
Alex.
They can
Alex-
infer.
I'm gonna have to have a word.
It
with
was
you.
a joke, Jacob.
It better be.
I feel uncomfortable right now. Being within
You
this
should.
fire.
You should be.
All right. So
Well, hopefully,
we're gonna call it.
Hopefully, Susan Ski is happy now.
I'm always happy
I
when I'm
meant-
talking about Soap Inc. Cool. Okay, so this has been off air on
WC.
No,
Oh, sorry. Jeez. Okay.
oh man, I hope that went through. Okay,
Oh.
we get a second shot. Okay, so this has been
Off Air,
Off Center's own radio show on WCPR, Castle Point Radio, Stephen's own radio station. That doesn't get a high five just because the initial blunder. Yeah, it's getting there. It's close to a high five, but it's not. So I want to thank Jeff for being on the show with us, talking about not R&D, Q&A, QA, Q and A, and every
And
other
A and Q.
permutation. Yeah.
It has been an honor and a pleasure.
Thank you so much. So we'll see you here same time, same day, talking about more Soap Inc. stuff.
It'll be great. But then we probably won't be here the week after next
No,
week.
yeah, it's Thanksgiving.
You'll have to
so
miss us for a little bit. It's okay.
Unfortunately.
Unavoidable. All right.
Thanks for listening.
See you next week.
Way too many questions, you must think I trust you. You searching for answers, I do not know nothing. Woo! I see him tweaking, they know something's coming. Woo!